Hey there, folks. Welcome back to the show. Or if you're new here, welcome to the circus. Glad you stumbled into my little corner of the podcast universe. I'm your host, just a guy with a mic, a questionable sense of humor, and a deep love for pointing out how absolutely bonkers modern life can be. So, grab a coffee, or a beer, or, I don't know, a kale smoothie if you're one of those people, and let's dive into the absurdity of everyday American existence. I mean, have you ever stopped to think about how wild it is that we're all just living like this? Like we're out here arguing over Wi-Fi passwords while the world spins into chaos. Anyway, settle in, because today we're going to unpack the ridiculousness of modern cultural clashes, our obsession with tech, the bizarre consumer trends we're all sucked into, the over-the-top customer service we've come to expect, the bureaucratic nightmares that haunt us, and the straight-up illogical routines we all just accept. It's going to be a ride, so let's get started. First off, let's talk about these modern cultural clashes, because, wow, we're living in a blender of opinions, aren't we? You can't even go to a coffee shop anymore without stepping into a battlefield. The other day, I'm at this local place, just trying to order a black coffee simple, right? Nope, the barista's got a man bun so tight it's cutting off circulation to his brain. And he's lecturing me about how my order's problematic because it's not fair trade, organic, or sourced from a co-op run by vegan alpacas. I'm like, dude, I just want caffeine, not a TED Talk. And then, on the other side, you've got the guy in line behind me, wearing a cowboy hat indoors, muttering about how coffee's too woke now. Too woke. It's a beverage, not a political platform. I'm standing there, stuck between Man Bun and Cowboy Carl, and I'm thinking, this is America in 2025. Everybody's mad about everything, all the time. You can't even sip a latte without picking a side. And don't get me started on the Wi-Fi password at these places. It's always something like beat the change 2025 or Noti Cafe vibes. Like, just give me the code. Karen, I'm not here to decode your life philosophy. Speaking of Wi-Fi, let's pivot to our collective tech obsession, because we are straight up living in the digital Wild West. Folks, it's lawless out there. You've got people treating their phones like their oxygen tanks can't go 5 seconds without checking notifications. I saw a guy the other day, walking into traffic, head down, scrolling through X like he's gonna miss the tweet that solves world hunger. And I'm not innocent either. Okay, I'm as addicted as the next guy. Last week, I spent 20 minutes arguing with a bot on X about whether pineapple belongs on pizza. Spoiler alert, it does, and I will die on that hill. But seriously, we're all out here refreshing apps, chasing dopamine hits like digital prospectors panning for gold, and the apps know it. They're designed to keep you hooked. I swear, my phone's algorithm knows me better than my mom does. It's like, hey, you looked at a toaster on Amazon for 3 seconds. Here's 47 ads for toasters, a toaster cozy, and a book called Toasting Your Way to Happiness. And don't even try to escape the targeted ads. I Googled how to unclog a sink once, and now every website I visit is like, you want we got plungers, big plungers, small plungers, plungers with Bluetooth for a plunger. What's it gonna do? Sync with my toilet. Oh, and let's talk about the apps themselves, because they're running our lives now. I got an email from a listener, let's call her Sarah from Ohio, who wrote, hey, love the show, but can you explain why my fitness app is shaming me for eating a donut? Sarah, I feel you. These apps are like having a judgmental personal trainer in your pocket. I downloaded one of those step counter apps, thinking it'd motivate me to walk more. Big mistake. This thing's like, you only walked 2,000 steps. Today, are you even trying? Linda from Wisconsin did 15,000 steps, and she's 72. I'm like, good for Linda, but I'm not trying to win the Senior Olympics here. And then it sends me push notifications at 10 p.m. Like, time for your evening jog. Evening jog. I'm in my pajamas eating Cheetos app. Leave me alone. It's not just fitness apps either. My grocery apps like, you bought chips. Again, maybe try a salad. Okay, app, you're not my therapist. And yet, we keep downloading this stuff, don't we? We're like, oh, this app will organize my life. No, it won't. It'll just remind you that you're failing at life in high definition. Now, let's shift gears to these extreme consumer trends and lifestyle fads. Because, holy cow, we're out here buying stuff we don't need to impress people we don't like. You ever walk into a store and see something so ridiculous you can't believe it's real? Like I was at one of those fancy home goods stores, you know? The ones where everything costs $200 and smells like lavender and regret, and they're selling a smart water bottle. A smart water bottle. It's got a touchscreen. It tracks your hydration, and it glows to remind you to drink. It's $89. For a water bottle, I'm like, you know what reminds me to drink water? Thirst. It's free, and it's been working for humans since we crawled out of the primordial ooze. But no, we've got people dropping $100 on a bottle that texts them to stay hydrated. And it's not just water bottles. It's air fryers that talk to you, mattresses that adjust your sleep position based on your REM cycle, and don't even get me started on those meal kit subscriptions. I tried one of those, thought it'd make me a gourmet chef. Spoiler, it didn't. I ended up with a box of kale and a recipe for deconstructed quinoa bowl that took 2 hours to make and tasted like sadness. Meanwhile, my neighbor's out here air frying a whole Thanksgiving turkey because TikTok told him it's life-changing. Life-changing. It's a turkey, not a time machine. And the lifestyle fads. Oh man, it's like we're all auditioning for a reality show called Who Can Be the Most Extra. You've got people doing ice baths in their backyards because some influencer said it's transformative. Transformative how? You're just cold and miserable. I tried it once, filled my tub with ice, sat in it for 30 seconds, and all I transformed into was a human popsicle with trust issues. Then there's the whole minimalism trend, where people throw out all their stuff to live with, like one chair and a succulent. I'm all for decluttering, but these are out here acting like owning a second pair of socks is a moral failure. And don't even get me started on the van life crowd. You know who you are. You're not living free in a van. You're just homeless with better Instagram filters. I'm kidding. Sort of. But seriously, I saw a van lifer on X posting about how they cook gourmet meals in a camper with no running water. Gourmet? You're heating up ramen on a camp stove. Chad, let's not oversell it. Okay, let's talk about customer service. Because this is where America's really leaning into the absurd. We've gone from the customer is always right to the customer is a god-emperor who must be worshipped. I called my cable company last week because my internet was down, and the guy on the phone was so nice it was unsettling. He's like, "Sir, we're so sorry for the inconvenience. Can I offer you a complimentary month of our premium package, a $50 gift card, and my firstborn child?" I'm like, whoa, dude, just fix the Wi-Fi. I don't need your kid, but that's the thing. Now companies are so desperate to keep you happy, they're throwing free stuff at you like you're Oprah's audience. You get a gift card, you get a gift card. Meanwhile, the actual service is still terrible. My internet's been out for 3 days. But sure, send me a $10 coupon for my troubles. And then you've got the flip side, where customer service is so bad it's almost performance art. I went to a fast food drive-thru last month, and the guy at the window handed me a bag of food that wasn't even mine. I'm like, "Hey, I ordered a burger, not a fish sandwich." He just shrugged and said, "Same difference. Same difference. That's not how food works, my guy." But you know what? I ate the fish sandwich, because at that point, I was too tired to argue. That's where we're at, folks. We're so beaten down by bad service that we'll just accept a fish sandwich and move on with our lives. And don't get me started on the regulatory overload and bureaucratic nightmares we're all navigating. Do you ever try to do something simple, like renew your driver's license, and it turns into a 3-act tragedy? I went to the DMV last month, and I swear, it's like they're training for the bureaucracy Olympics. I brought every document I own: birth certificate, passport, a note from my mom saying I'm a good boy, and they're still like, "We need proof of your eye color from 1997. Proof of my eye color. They're brown, lady, look at my face. And the forms, oh my god, the forms. It's like they're written by someone who hates humans. Fill out section 4B, but only if you've never lived in a state that starts with M, unless it's Monday, in which case, refer to addendum Q. I'm like, just give me the license before I lose the will to live. And it's not just the DMV. Try getting a permit to build a deck in your backyard. You need 47 signatures, an environmental impact study, and a notarized letter from your dog promising not to pee on the lumber. Meanwhile, my neighbor's got an illegal hot tub in his front yard, and nobody says a word. Where's the consistency, America? And let's not forget the illogical routines we all just do. Like, why are we still setting alarms for 6 a.m. when we know we're gonna hit snooze 12 times? Every morning, I'm like, tomorrow, I'm gonna wake up early, hit the gym, and be productive. Cut to me, at 7:45, still in bed, Googling, is it bad to drink coffee before brushing your teeth? Spoiler, I don't care, I'm doing it anyway, and commuting. Oh man, commuting is the dumbest thing we've all agreed to do. I know people who drive 2 hours each way to sit in a cubicle and answer emails they could have answered from their couch. Why? Because that's just how it's done. No, it's not. It's insanity. And don't even get me started on laundry. Who decided we need to sort whites and colors? I'm not running a textile lab here. I just want clean underwear. I threw everything in together. One's white shirts, red socks, the works. Now I've got pink t-shirts. And you know what? I'm rocking them. Call it a lifestyle choice. Hey, I got another listener email here. This one from Jake in Texas. Jake says, love the podcast, but why do people stand in the middle of grocery store aisles like they're solving world peace? Jake, you're preaching to the choir. I was at the store yesterday, trying to grab some cereal, and this lady's parked her cart sideways, blocking the whole aisle, while she's reading the back of a oatmeal box like it's War and Peace. I'm like, ma'am, it's oats. It's not going to reveal the meaning of life. And then she gives me that look, you know? Like I'm the jerk for wanting to get by. Meanwhile, her kid's in the cart, throwing goldfish crackers like it's confetti, and the store is playing that same Ed Sheeran song on loop. So I'm losing my mind, dodging crackers, and trying not to ram her cart like I'm in a demolition derby. That's the modern grocery store experience. Folks, part obstacle course, part existential crisis. Let's circle back to the tech thing for a second, because I can't let this go. You ever notice how every new gadget promises to revolutionize your life, but it just makes things weirder? Like smart fridges. Who asked for a fridge with a camera? I don't need my milk carton sending me notifications like you're running low on me, bro. I can see that I've got eyes. And the worst part, these gadgets never work right. My buddy got one of those robot vacuums, thought it'd make his life easier. Now he's chasing it around the house because it keeps getting stuck under the couch, screaming for help like a trapped Roomba. And don't even get me started on voice assistants. I tried asking mine to set a timer the other day, and it's like, I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Did you mean play jazz music? No, I didn't mean jazz music, you digital dingus. I just want to boil an egg. But we keep buying this stuff, don't we? We're like, oh, this $400 doorbell with facial recognition is gonna change everything. Spoiler, it's not. It's just gonna film your neighbor picking his nose and email you the footage. And the consumer trends keep getting weirder, don't they? Like what's with this obsession with artisan everything? Artisan bread, artisan soap, artisan toothpicks. I saw a $12 artisanal pickle at a farmer's market last weekend. A pickle, it's a cucumber that took a bath in vinegar, not a handcrafted masterpiece. And yet, people are out here paying $12 for a pickle like it's gonna sing them a lullaby. And the influencers aren't helping. I saw one on X posting about her morning routine, which is like 47 steps long. She's waking up at 4 a.m., meditating with crystals, drinking kombucha she brewed in her closet, and journaling about her intentions. Meanwhile, my morning routine is hitting snooze, tripping over my dog, and burning my toast. And you know what? I'm fine with that. I don't need to manifest my breakfast. I just need it to not be charcoal.o. And let's talk about customer service again, because I've got another story. I went to this restaurant last week, super fancy place, the kind where the menu's in French and the portions are the size of a quarter. The waiter's hovering over me like I'm about to steal the silverware, refilling my water glass every time I take a sip. I'm like, dude, I'm hydrated. Back off. And then he starts describing the specials, and it's like, he's reciting poetry. The pan-seared scallops are kissed by a whisper of lemon zest, cradled in a bed of microgreens, and anointed with a truffle reduction. Anointed, they're scallops, not the Pope. Just cook 'em and bring 'em out. But that's the thing. Now everything's gotta be an experience. You can't just eat food. You've gotta savor the journey. I'm like, the only journey I'm on is to the drive-thru when this place inevitably disappoints me. And don't even get me started on the bureaucratic nonsense again, because I could go on for days. You ever try to cancel a subscription? It's like defusing a bomb. I tried to cancel this streaming service last month, and they made me jump through so many hoops I felt like a circus poodle. First, it's log into your account, then verify your identity, then call this number between 2 and 3 a.m. on a Tuesday during a full moon. And when you finally get a human on the phone, they're like, are you sure you want to cancel? We've got a new show about artisanal pickling. No, I don't care about your pickle show. Just let me go. It's like breaking up with a clingy ex who keeps texting you up at 3 a.m., and the worst part, they always win, because half the time, you're too exhausted to finish the process. So you just keep paying for something you don't use. I'm pretty sure I'm still subscribed to a magazine about model trains from 2017. I don't even like trains. Alright, let's wrap this up, because I could rant all day, and you've got lives to live, or at least Netflix to binge. So, what's the takeaway from all this? We're living in a world that's equal parts hilarious and infuriating, where we're fighting over coffee, worshipping our phones, buying $89 water bottles, and filling out forms to prove we exist. And yet, somehow, we keep going, don't we? Wake up every day, navigate the chaos, and find a way to laugh about it. That's the beauty of it, I guess. We're all just stumbling through this absurd circus together, trying not to trip over the artisanal pickles. So, thanks for tuning in, folks. You're the best audience a guy could ask for, and I mean that. I'm just some dude with a mic, and you're out here listening to me ramble about Wi-Fi passwords and DMV nightmares. That's love, right there. Oh, and one last thing before I go, a little twist for you. You know how I've been railing on all this modern nonsense? Well, plot twist, I'm recording this podcast from a minimalist van, parked in a Whole Foods lot, sipping from a $200 smart water bottle that just texted me to stay hydrated. King. Yeah, I'm part of the problem, and I'm not even sorry. Keep it real, folks, and I'll catch you next time.